And we're back with another episode of High Time Gaming. In the previous episodes, we have... Jeez, man, apparently they expect you to, go a little bit longer in between saves because it really doesn't give you any useful information. And I was in this part of Mount Moon. So, once again, another episode of High Time Gaming. I've got to stop making that voice whenever I do this show. So we're just going to go on our merry little way, and there's the ladder. Now, I said I was going to go to the Pokemon Center and whatnot in the previous episode. However, I'm not going to be doing all that. So, we're just going to go ahead and keep on trucking, as they say. Level 10 Zubat, I'm just going to go ahead and scratch the fuck out of you. I gotta tell you guys about this. I know this is a terrible segue. If you have a problem with it, you can take it up with the radio manager. I am the radio manager, and you can go fuck yourself. So, all that and a box of peanuts. Well, anyway, I was watching this god-awful movie earlier today, and my audio supervisor over here is, apparently say supervisor, she's an assistant. You're an assistant. You're the manservant. You take supervisor. There's no increase in pay. Just more responsibility. Do my dishes. I need you to do the dishes. Oh, there's like a scientist down here apparently. There's another Zubat. Well, anyway, I went to the Dollar Tree of all places and found a lovely DVD selection there. I got 2 DVDs for $2. That was a pretty good deal had the DVDs actually been any good. And these were rather, impressive looking DVDs just based off who was acting in them. Until you really thought, when was the last time I saw anything good with this guy acting by himself? And the 2 movies I saw, one of which is the first one I'm about to mention, was actually not bad. But, let's see who the scientist is. He's gonna... What? Don't stick up on me! What, do you got a gun? Are we in the South? Oh, man, it's the fucked up looking nerd. It's Joven! It's a terrible name. Anyway, the first one that I watched was called Visioneers, and Zach Galifianakis in it. And, or however the fuck you pronounce it. I'm paralyzed. What the fuck? When the fuck did this all happen? I'd missed this entirely in my... Well, anyway, that one was actually not bad. It was very 1984-ish. If you've never read the book, I encourage you to. It's why we had the Tea Party, really. People took it way too seriously. Or as they would say, we didn't take it seriously enough. It's just your point of view, I guess. Personally, I thought it was a good piece of fiction. The second one, the one that was so terrible... And probably one of the worst... I don't think there's a probably about it. It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I won't go so far as to say that it is the worst. My audio supervisor, or assistant, says that she will, but I beg to differ. I think it's one of them. I don't think it's necessarily the. So... I'm going to go ahead and stop babbling. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what the fuck it was. And it was called The Chosen One, starring not only starring, but written, directed, produced, anything you could really think of. He was probably the audio supervisor in his fucking movie. Oh, that music was terrible. But all of this was done. Who could do such a bad job that would warrant actually getting mentioned on my show? I have yet to have even given you the name of this person. And I think you'll understand why whenever I explain to you exactly who it is that I'm referring to. It is Rob Schneider. Rob fucking Schneider stars in The Chosen One, where basically he is this burnout car salesman, alcoholic. His wife or girlfriend leaves him, I don't know which. His dad hangs himself. All the stuff you could possibly think of make this guy one fucked up dude. And these I don't even know what you would call them, shaman from Colombia. And I say Colombia, I don't mean Colombia South Carolina, or is that Columbus? Where's Columbia? There's a Columbia City somewhere in the United States, but this is the Columbia. Wow, how did I pass geography? Yes, I'm going to change Pokemon, something that will actually help me. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just use Pikachu since, well, I think that's a fairly obvious thing there. No, we're talking about Columbia, the country, and it's a you're the chosen one to bring snow back on our mountain. And it's such an unbelievably terrible movie. I have never seen anything quite like it. Even movies that I would possibly say were worse than that movie that I've seen previously. They were crappy in their own ways. This one was something like, oh man, I can't even tell you just how many movies I think that it ripped off for a start. But I'm not going to go into that. I don't encourage you to watch it. However, if you want to pick up a copy at your local Dollar Tree, I'm sure that they'd appreciate, all the support they get. It's worth a watch. If you really just want something, just to tell yourself later, when you go to like a Keanu Reeves movie, it can get worse. Absolutely, but that's about the only. My audio supervisor's leaving the room. And evidently, she just couldn't take it anymore. What is that you got in your hand? Oh, you got the chosen one. Okay. Funny and heartfelt. It definitely was not funny. And the only thing I felt from my heart was pain. And I felt like it was causing me to have a heart attack due to the strain of having to finish watching the whole movie. I mean, this was something else. It was definitely a movie that I would not want to see again under any circumstances. And actually would buy. I'll tell you, she wants to say that there's no good reason to buy that movie. I'll give you a good one. You know that one person that you have to buy a present for that you can't stand? Buy them this movie. Like, look. I got this. It has a star that you should recognize. It must be a good movie. And then it turns out that you've tricked them into 2 hours of terror with this movie. And it's one. I'll say this about the movie: even though it was pretty damn bad, I still did not turn it off. I watched the whole thing. I couldn't get through Sharknado on one try. I know. I still think Sharknado was probably worse than Rob Schneider, but that was because they really tried for suckhood with A&E. I mean, look, they got Duck Dynasty. Oh no, it's not. Sci-Fi made Sharknado. You're right. Why don't they all own by an umbrella company or something? Compared to this, there was no creativity in this. Sharknado, I don't necessarily think there was even a plot. It was just run from the fucking, sharks. I think that this had more of a plot than Sharknado did. What's with, Pidgey went up a level. I'm now level 14. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this Pokemon, I guess. Because I've not been using it, but I've got Gust, and that's pretty good against bug Pokemon. Well, anyway, so yeah, avoid that movie like the plague unless you just really hate your grandma and want to get her something for Christmas. You'll know what to get her next year. You got a whole year to find this fucking movie at a Dollar Tree. I would not advise going to Amazon for this. I'm gonna give that to my old manager. Like, here you go. No hard feeling. I just heard a cha-ching from my phone. I think I done sold something else. I hope it's this fucking movie. Oh God, I hope it's this fucking movie. Let's see. Edge of Darkness. That's a movie I really do like. Mel Gibson. Well, we're at the end of another episode, and just in time too, because I just finished this battle, and we will continue later on with whatever the fuck show this is with Crisco Craven. Bye bye.